Hello chess friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So in this video we're going to have a look at an interesting game that happened yesterday. This was more or less the game of the day. Everyone was talking about this particular game. And why is that so? Well, because the player playing white, Ediz Gurel, he is the youngest player in the tournament in the FIDE World Cup. So this was round number 1. And we have a spectacular start to it because this was a beautiful game which ended with an excellent combination. So everyone will be entertained for sure. So this is Ediz Gurel playing against Velimir. Let's evaluate the position. It's white to play. Let's evaluate this position. What's exactly happening in this position? So first of all, well, the kings kind of look safe for the moment. If you look at the material, both the players have the same number of material, but then comes material is not the only type of advantage in chess, right? There are three type of advantages. First is the material advantage, second is the superiority of pieces, the positional advantage, and the third one is gain of tempo, gain of time. If you look at the material, it's equal, but the other two factors are in the favor of white, and that's why white is going to win this game. So what are the other two factors? Positional superiority. Compare our rook to his rook. Clearly the white rook is better. Also he's targeting the g7 pawn. That's a target. The c2 bishop is superior to the e6 bishop, and our bishop is actually targeting the pawn on h7. That's again something to look for. Also a queen can jump in the action very soon, just in one move with queen h5, and a pawn on e5 is a spearhead. It actually helps and leads the attack from the forefront. It's a very crucial pawn in the attack. So all of these factors are clearly saying that white is much better in terms of superiority of pieces. His pieces are better placed, and also the gain of time. White is going to attack black and do it in a tempo. Gain of time is basically tempo. If you can gain multiple tempos, you're definitely doing great. The first move is kind of pretty obvious, so I'm going to show you the move, and then I can ask you to pause it, or you can pause it right now and try to get the entire sequence as this young player did. Bishop takes on h7. Now I think most of us would just know this move. It's pretty easy. It's a Greek gift. King captures, and now we gain time. We gain tempo. Queen h5 check. We get another piece in the attack. The king is forced to go back, and this is where the most important part of the game comes. It's about focusing on targets. It's about focusing on weaknesses. The pawn on g7 is a weakened pawn. You have to try to put pressure on it as much as possible. Queen h6 attacks the pawn. The threat is very clear. You just queen takes pawn. That would be a mate. This forces black to play the move g6. And now here comes the point. This move g6 has some weaknesses, some serious weaknesses, right? f6 has become weak. g7 has become weak. These are all softened square. So can we just introduce another attacker and finish off the attack here? The answer is yes. It can be done very easily. Not with a rook, by the way. If you would have said rook h3, that's a mistake because of just bishop takes. So not rook h3, but simply the move knight to e4. The knight is about to jump on the e4 square, and that would be game over, right? So black had to find a way to defend. He plays the move bishop to e7, stopping the move knight f6. Right now, if you go knight f6, he'll just capture, and after pawn takes, queen takes. Nothing really happens. So what do you play here? If you want, you can pause it. I'm going to show you the move right away. It's a brilliant move by white. Rook to f3, supporting the f6 square. It's really fundamental. It's really simple. But something interesting about this game is you cannot just go into this position and then calculate about this move. This must have been calculated in advance before playing bishop into h7. So that's the special part about this game. The young player just finished off the game in 28 moves, and he must have calculated this in advance. So you can see knight f6 is being threatened here. So this is a big threat. For example, I'll just show you an example. Let's say he makes a terrible move. Now we can just go knight f6. It's a check, no other squares for the king. You have to capture, and after the move pawn takes, checkmate threatened on g7. That's basically game over. You have to give up the queen, and then there's nothing to fight for. So clearly knight f6 is a big threat, and black must answer it in a wise way. He plays the move bishop to f5. Obviously at this point, Velimir playing black knew that he's lost in this position. The move is pretty simple. Simply the move. Rook takes on f5, crashing through, and that's it. You can't do much about it, right? This move basically supports knight f6, and if you don't do much about it, I'll just play knight f6. If you capture the rook, by the way, which is poisoned, you can see it opens up the 6th rank, which means now we can put a knight on the f6 square. After bishop takes, pawn takes, again there is an unstoppable mate on g7, and you have to give up your queen. So that's what's happening. So basically after the move rook into f5, black plays the move, pardon me, black plays the move rook to a6 over here, trying to defend, trying his best to defend the f6 square. But white now simply plays the move rook to f3. Threat is very obvious, you know, you simply want to play rook h3 and the game won't last too long, and that's why on move number 8 black resigned. And this was one of the most talked games about yesterday. So hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Until next time, see you guys.